All right, we are back. And welcome if you're watching on YouTube. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Go on over to twitch.tv/Impact Gaming Center to watch these videos live when we stream every Friday at 7 p.m. on Twitch. We've got our round 4, our final round of the night. We've got Mike H versus Nate K. Mike H is on Insidious Roots. Food versus Nate, who's on Boros Burn. And if you watched the last video or the last round, if you're still rocking with us here on twitch.tv/Impact Gaming Center, you saw Nate pick up the W in his last round. But here we have Mike and Nate. Looks like we are each mulliganing, it would appear. So we don't have to go through that whole thing. We got Arid Mesa, Lose a Life for Goblin Guide. St. Louis Meta loves their Boros burn decks, or just burn decks in general. So here we go. Oh my. But yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. We are located at 49 Ludwig Drive in Fairview Heights, Illinois, just about 20 miles from downtown St. Louis. So if you're in St. Louis or the Metro East area, come on out, hang out with us. We have games every single day of the week. If you're looking for Magic the Gathering, though, Modern and Commander are on Friday at 7 p.m. and Pioneer is Mondays at 7 p.m. as well. All right. So Cookbook off the Overgrown Tomb, and we're already down to 16 for Mike. Attack with Goblin Guide trigger. There is Insidious Roots on top of Mike's deck. Down to 14 goes Mike. Both of these players 3-0. There are a couple of other 3-0s, I believe, since we have 27 in the building for Modern tonight. We would love to see you here next Friday night if you're in the area, or come on up for a casual game of Commander during the week. All right, let's see. Have a fetch. Down to 13 goes Mike. Didn't find it in that half of his deck. But yeah, make sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, all the places. There's a Fauna Shaman discard. Makes food. And there's Asmo. Crack of the fetch land. Down to 16 goes Nate. And he'll grab a mountain. And here's a Searing Blaze. Down to 10 goes Mike. So in response to the Searing Blaze, Asmo used their ability, got rid of a couple food, and killed the Goblin. It looks like we have another Goblin Guide in hand. There's a Suspended Rift Bolt, so next turn that will be 3 damage to the dome to Mike from Nate. And there's another Goblin Guide. Reveal, that is a land. That'll go, that Urza Saga goes to hand. Down to 8 goes Mike. A deck that plays a ton of food could potentially be good against Nate and his Boros burn deck, but obviously if you don't get food going quick enough, This Boros burn can put you under the gun, and I believe this is Tyvar entering the battlefield. Let's zoom in. He uses the minus ability, and he'll return Asmo back to hand. Oh, to battlefield. Yeah, that's right. Tyvar's cracked. Down to 5. Do we have the damage here in hand? We will see. Down to 15. Skewer. Searing Blaze. Yep, and that will do it. Nate picking up another Game 1 win here in the feature match area. He did so last round, and he does it again. So we will go to sideboard. Let's try and see what Nate's doing. Usually he's pretty good at letting us see what he's got going on in his hand. Considering deflecting palm. Asking his opponent, does this work? I appreciate it. And reset the life totals here for you. So Chalice, it looks like. I didn't see the other 2 cards. Rolling Vortex, maybe? That's what that is. Tons of cards coming in from Nate. Mike, in theory, though, especially on the play, I think he has a pretty decent shot of withstanding Boros Burn's onslaught if he can get that food a churning and get to a stable enough life total where he can start actually spending mana to gain life. But yeah, everybody, I am Les Alex. You can find me on the internet. I make Magic the Gathering content as well, so you can check me out on YouTube and Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, all over the place. Looks like Boros Charms are coming out. I'm not a burn player, so I'm not critiquing here. I just speaking facts. Wear Tear might be nice too. Yeah, that'd be a good buy. Be a good get. Lightning Helixes and Boros Charms are look like what's coming out. Wear Tear, Rolling Vortex, and Chalice of the Voids look like what's coming in for Nate. Didn't get a good look at what Mike is bringing in, but that's okay. All right, hopefully both players keep 7. Like a lot of lands for Mike. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and mulligan. Let's see what Nate wants to do. Well, maybe not. Nate's got 4 lands. Is that right? Yeah, 4 lands, 3 spells. We'll see. Does Nate keep this on the draw? He does. Haywire Might. Haywire Might for Mike. And he'll just say pass. Shortcutting here a little bit. Gets the forest and passes. Inspiring Vantage. Did he draw another land? Oh, he did. He did draw another land. That's pretty rough. So pass back from Nate. Back to Mike. Urza's Saga triggers, puts a +1 or puts a counter on it. And back to Nate. So there is Searing Blaze, that'll deal 2 damage to Haywire Mite, and when it dies, it'll deal 2 damage to Mike. So some pretty slow starts here for both players, but I think that favors Mike in the long run. This food deck for Mike is not a quick deck, but as long as it can weather the storm here in these early turns, it does some pretty disgusting things. There is, of course, the infinite combo. And there is Insidious Roots. And Insidious Roots is the brand new card from Murders at Karlov Manor. It is an enchantment. Creature tokens you have tap it, add 1 mana of any color. Whenever 1 or more creature cards leave your graveyard, create a 0/1 plant token, and then put a +1/+1 counter on each plant you control. So we will make a construct and get a cookbook off of the final chapter of Urza's Saga. We're gonna go cooking. Discard Windswept Heath. And there's an Osmo in play. There's the cookbook from the Urza's Saga trigger. And it looks like we'll play a cookbook. Crack a fetch, down to 19. Nate goes. There's a mountain. Beautiful mountain. As I said earlier in the night, if you're watching on Twitch. If you're not, and you're just watching on YouTube, head on over to Twitch after this video's over. Go follow us. We stream every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. Modern Action. All right, draws another land. He's got an Eidolon, though. Not sure if that's how he wants to... Yeah, he goes Goblin Guide and an Eidolon. Correct these life totals for you. And Mike is definitely in a better position this game than he was last. That's for sure. He has a bit of a stable board. And there's a Haywire Mite, so he's going to take 2 down to 11. And he's going to attack with Karn, so that is a 1, 2, 3, 4 power Construct. And there's the fetch. Down to 12 goes Nate. Hey, where am I going to take the rolling Vortex down? Rolling Vortex definitely really good against food. Making for 1 mana can make it so Mike cannot gain any life off of food or any such means. Alright, untap, takes a draw step. That is a... What is that, a Rift Bolt? He's gonna... Oh, he doesn't have to discard the other land. Just the Horizon land. Okay, there's Skewer the Critics. He's cobbling something together here, maybe. Eidolon and Goblin Guide gonna trigger. That is Samwise, I believe. Asmo gonna jump in front and take 2 from the Eidolon. Not sure why the Eidolon died. There's a Rift Bolt suspended. Fast turn. So we got to Skewer the Critics and a land, I think, in hand. Does he have 3 cards in his hand? There's Samwise. Samwise Gamgee is a 2/2 whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield you control. Under your control, create a food token, and you can sacrifice 3 foods to return target historic card from your graveyard to your hand. Get pretty nutty. We're attacking here. Down to 5. All right, Nate needs a Ripper off the top. There's a Rift Bolt. Off suspend. Thinking about it. Is that another Rift Bolt in his hand? Rift Bolt, kill Asmo. Seems pretty good. Drew another Rift Bolt. Bloodstained Mire. We got a Goblin Guide. Be on blocking duty, I think. Suspend another Rift Bolt. Down to 4. The Rift Bolt was already suspended off the Sacred Foundry. Alright, so he decided not to fetch. Alrighty. I'm not seeing 13 points of damage here. We got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, depending on what he draws. He's got a chump block with the Goblin Guide, so he'll take 2. Down to 3. Cookbooking? Are we cookbooking? Yep, we'll discard a cookbook. Make some food tokens. Probably crack a food just to be safe. Yeah. Alright, so we're still playing. 16. 8 down to 2. Nate not one to scoop, that's for sure. And that's perfectly fine. Down to 13, so that basically negates the food activation. That's what I was saying. As long as Mike can stabilize the board and Nate doesn't have an extremely creature-aggressive turn, he can win this match. Granted, it'll be a little bit different story when Nate's on the play next round. Or next game, rather. There's 3. Down to 10 goes Mike. Bash. Skullcrack. Game 3. The best 2 words in competitive Magic. Game number 3. We have both players have won one. This is for 4-0. This is for double payout. We got 27 in the house tonight here at Impact Gaming Center in the fantastic Fairview Heights. Again, it is getting later in the night, but if you are close, you could probably still make it for a game of Commander or something. We go live every single Friday on twitch.tv/Impact Gaming Center. Every single Friday, 7 p.m. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And again, follow me. Feel free to follow me on social media. I make YouTube videos as well. And I'm on Twitch and Twitter as well. And of course, follow Impact Gaming Center on all the socials in the world. Let's get back down to it, though. While we can maybe see, maybe they're changing things. It doesn't look like it. Both players staying steadfast with their sideboard configurations. And Nate, let's see what he's on the play. So, you know, burn on the play, game 3. That's exactly where you want to be if you're sitting in Nate's seat. Mike just has to weather the storm into about turn 4 or 5 with about 10 or more life, and he can start to take over the game as long as he's got a decent board state set up. Let's see, Mike auto immediately going to take a mulligan. I can't see Nate's hand for the first time in this match. He's not showing us. Okay, let's see. He's got 2 lands, some Skewer the Critics, a Wear Tear. That's a sideboard card. It's always nice to have sideboard cards in your opening hand. I know that. So it looks like Nate is probably going to keep this. And he will keep it, it looks like. Hopefully Mike's 6 are a fine 6. He doesn't have to mulligan again. Mulligan again. All right, here we go. I see 1 land again, or is that 2 lands? Yeah, he's keeping. All right, Arid Mesa. 0 mana on the Chalice of the Void. So that's going to stop Asmo. And Nate is down to 17 after the fetch land and the shock. That is a Windswept Heath. And what is this? I think, is that a, did he draw? I think he has 2 lightning bolts in hand. Only 1 land though for Nate. Godless Shrine into the turn. That'll take him down to 19. He already did it on the phone. Nate's hand is pretty good though. If he can just draw maybe 1 more land, he'll be in there like swimwear. Verdict Catacombs, fetch, down to 18. All right. Insidious Roots has entered the chat. Pass back. Come on, Nate. Draw a land. Let's make this a game. Oh, end of the turn. Okay. End of the turn. Bolt you. And there's a Goblin Guide. Down to 13. I didn't see if he revealed a land or not. I assume he did because he would have probably, just knowing Mike, he would have probably kept the card on top of his deck. Revealed. All right, let's see. No creatures for Mike. No lands for Nate. Attack for 2. Reveal. That is a Godless Shrine. That'll go straight to the hand. Down to 11. There's, oh, never mind. Orcish Bowmaster is going to come in to step in front. I do apologize. A little hasty with the trigger there. In response, got a lightning bolt. Take down the Orcish Bowmasters. Down to 12. Very interesting. Oh, well, I guess that he had the orc army, so he had to decide, he had to make sure that he was going to block. I was going to say it was interesting that he didn't just bolt it before he blocked, but he had 2 creatures, so that makes sense. All right, here we go. Mike's about to get a turn. What does he have? I can't even really... Drawing a lot of lands. That Shatterfang? Shatterfang is pretty good. That's Fauna Shaman. Untap. Nate, can you draw a land? Doesn't look like it, just based on his body language. That's a wear tear. He's gonna wear the Insidious Roots and attack for 2. Trigger. Goes down to 10. Once that Fauna Shaman alive, does Mike. Untap, and he's going to take a draw step. Fauna Shaman can do some good work here. Keep in mind, this Chalice of the Void is stopping Mike from playing his Asmos in hand. Of which I think he has at least one. There's Shadow Spear. He's going to equip. I think that gives lifelink. That's pretty darn good. To the Orc Army attack. Yep, up 2, down. So we'll flip-flop. A little gain and drain. And pass. Nate's got to find land. He's still in it. Rift Bolt. Attack. Block. Trigger. We're doing things a little out of sequence. It's fine. So Fauna Shaman gonna discard. I forget what that guy's name is. He's like a driver dude. But Fauna Shaman gonna discard that. If only Nate could draw some lands here, he would be probably in the fast seat to winning this match. But he's stuck on 1 land. Can't quite tell what creature he got. So he activated and then blocked. Or vice versa. Whichever. Goblin guy goes to the bin. You live by the 1-drop, or the 1-lander, you die by the 1-lander. And we're getting to the point in the game where Mike is pretty much stabilizing. Obviously, his board state not very impressive, but he's at 11 life, and it's probably turn 8 against Burn. It's a pretty good place to be. Draws a Tyvar. I still don't know what creature he drew. That's a Samwise. And Automaton. Academy Manufacturer. So that'll make some foods. Attack. So he's now gaining life with his Shadow Spear. Gain and drain. 13 all. Rift Bolt down to 10. Skewer the Critics down to 7. Man, if I'll tell you what, if Nate can pull this out, it's gonna be pretty nutty. But Mike does have 2 food tokens on the battlefield. Here comes Chatterfang. That's an army on a stick. Pass back. Yep. Well, that'll do it. Mike takes it. Mike takes it 2 games to 1 and is 4-0 here at Impact Gaming Center. And yeah, there you have it. Congrats, Mike. He goes 4-0. very close for back-to-back tournament 4-0s, or wins rather, for Nate. But yeah, that's it. I'm Les Alex. Follow me on the internet. Make sure to subscribe and follow and like and do all the things here on Twitch or on YouTube, depending on where you're watching this video. I appreciate you. We are located at 49 Ludwig Drive in fantastic Fairview Heights, Illinois, just 20 minutes from downtown St. Louis. So if you're in the area, come on out. Our YouTube channel has a ton of past videos of Magic the Gathering content. Follow us on TikTok. And of course, like I said, come on out if you're in the area. Our website is about to get launched as well. But I appreciate you. Thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. Or if you're watching after the fact on YouTube, we appreciate you for sticking through the end. Next time we will be live will be Friday at 7 p.m. for more modern action here at Impact Gaming Center. I appreciate you, and I will catch you all on the next one. Catch you on the flippy flop. Adios.